Hello guys, this is Milan from Hypermedia, and in today's video I want to talk about planning, advertising planning, and marketing planning actually. So it's a hard topic actually, and it's very different for every company, but I want to give you a blueprint on how to do it, how to start it actually. So let's get right into it. Okay, so to create your frame, your blueprint, you have to determine what sector you are in, B2B or B2C. That's the main thing. You do this, you then you will have to determine what sub niche you are in, which I hope you already know because you have to know. That way you can sell. Then the next thing is to know what you can leverage. So if you are in a B2C uh, category or section, you have to leverage influencers, social media, a little bit of Google advertising, and yeah, basically this three. So for influencers, in your blueprint, you have to think about it that you probably not have that much amount of money. So you will have to create contracts that are long term, beneficial for your brand and beneficial for your influencers. And I cannot pressure you enough to pay your influencers well because they will bring you a lot of sales and bring you a lot of branding. Because cannot you in the 21st century you cannot create a good brand without good influencers. Yeah, okay, you can, but it will be so much harder. So influencers, uh, social media advertising. It different. The difference is in influencers and social media advertising is that influencers cannot post every day about your product because then their content will be saturated with advertisement and their followers will be lose their interests about their people because they just always advertise, and they just fucking hate advertisements. So you have to pay for advertisement with your influencer marketing, which I recommend you do in two ways. You can go two ways: branding or product marketing. If you use influencers, then maybe you better good with product marketing to pay your influencers. But if you're not using influencers, uh, half the budget, half for branding, which is engagement and promotion campaigns, promote your content, promote your posts, and all that kind of stuff, and conversion campaigns, which need a lot of data to be good. So yes, and for Google advertising, you have to be on the top of the search list. This is for B2C. Usually it's a blueprint for B2C. So go on a little bit of influencer or branding, promotion, engagement campaigns and product marketing to finance your branding or influencers and your Google with your product marketing. This is the way. And why I'm saying that you have to you do a little bit of product marketing. However, I say that's not the way because you need money, and branding maybe not give you money fast. So branding is a long process with a lot of money, with a need of a lot of money. So you have to feed your brand with money actually, because the more people we know, the more you trust, and the more they see, the more they trust. So yeah, B2C, this is the way. And for B2B, I would spend more on Google advertisement and less on social media, because in B2B, influencers are hard to find. You can use and leverage influencers for B2B businesses, but it's not the easiest. Let me say that clear. And Google advertisements are better for B2B businesses because usually B2B businesses are expensive, man. So not like $50 or 100 for a product. It's like 1,000 for business, or 2,000, 5,000, which is a really big purchase for a business that has a yearly revenue of 10,000. So you have to think about that. And usually businesses try to found other businesses to outsource their services in Google, not really on IG. So this is why I say use Google more. So I use like 60% of my budget for Google, which is hard to track but really good. So then, but not display ads, just search engine ads. Make sure to be top of your class searches, and that's going to lead you to the best results. And so I usually like to plan for ahead. I don't like to say to plan. I usually make my blueprints for 3 months, because at the first month, just say what I said: influencers, social media, Google, and the percentages are not the same, but for the two. But you know what you need to do in order to get your sales up. And in the second and third month, you can introduce retargeting ads, which I talked about a few videos ago. So go and watch it, which are basically doubles your conversion rate and makes your sales pop. And it's good for branding, it's good for product marketing, it's good for everything. But in order to use retargeting, you have to have data. And you get it by product marketing, branding marketing, Google advertising, and all the stuff that I mentioned before. So this is the end goal which we are going for, is to actually push down that road and see them all the time. Because for branding purposes, they see all the time, burn into their mind actually. I give you an example. I'm recently, the eToro advertisement. Basically, before every financial or all kind of YouTube videos, there is the eToro ad. And I'm recently started trading and all that stuff. And in my country, and in Europe actually, there is not much trading softwares you can use that has no commission, just eToro basically. You can't use Weibo, you can't use Robinhood, you can use Zero Trade, which I used before, but I don't use that, I don't know why. So what pops into my mind first? eToro. So I give eToro a lot of money because they are advertised for me a lot. And I'm not saying anything, but I just it pops into my head instantly because I saw the ads all the time. And the first thing that I remembered is eToro. So yeah, think about that. Okay, so what I want to talk about more is how to know if it's campaign good or bad or what. So for branding, you don't need to have to know that it is good or bad. Just make sure to reach as many people as you can. In branding, that's the main purpose, but of course you see the engagement and you can know. But if you do a promotion for your post, then it doesn't matter because that's your post. You already posted it. Just do for a 3 or 4 5 days promotion, get it, reach as many people as you can, and that's all. Reach as many people, engage with as many people as you can, and basically that's all. And for engagement campaigns, of course, promotion and engagement campaigns are basically the same, but not quietly, but yeah. So yeah, or there is a fine way to determine what engagement campaign is good is by engagement. Actually, that's the main thing. But in branding campaigns, the more people you reach, the better your campaign is, and you can reach more people by actually creating a good post, creative video, picture. So that's for branding campaigns. Conversion campaign you can measure by selling. Yeah, that's pretty obvious, I know, but you have to test a lot of creative for conversion campaigns. For branding, I don't set test because I think for branding you have to run a lot of promotion campaigns, and you will see what post or what is the post that performed really good, and then you go on a big branding campaign with that post for like from 100 posts, for example. I just said something for 200, for 50 posts. It doesn't matter. Just go on hard with one post that you think, not just think, you know from the data that it performed good in that audience. Okay, so promotion campaign, conversion campaigns. The main thing is you test at least 3 creatives with your stuff. Of course, if you know what good in your branding campaigns, then you can grab it into your conversion campaign and run it that way. But for the conversion campaign, you need data, like retargeting campaigns. So first start with branding and then come to promotion campaigns, or first start with influencers and then come to promotion campaigns and retarget them, basically. Yeah, so you have to test creatives, and then you, for first you have to test the creatives, then you know what's the best creative, and then go that with that creative go hard on it, and you test a few audiences, and then you know what's good audience with that good creative. You can test it with for example, I just say 3 audience. With every audience you have 3 creatives, so basically it will be 9 ads. And yeah, if you have a small budget, that will take a long time to know what is good or what is bad. But in Facebook and in social media advertising, you have a thing called CBO, which is spend your budget according to their algorithm, which will perform good, which is good in a way and bad in a way, because if you turn that in, then you can't really know what is the best, but you can know. So of course this will be confusing, but how I said it, but the algorithm will know what is the best, but at least what he thinks the best, or it thinks the best, sorry, what it thinks the best, but maybe that wasn't the best. So you have to leverage that, actually, and if you trust the algorithm, then use it. If you don't, then don't use it. That's the way. And for Facebook advertising, usually a 3-4 day to see any results, actually any results, because before that, if you have a lower budget, you will not see any results because the campaigns isn't optimized yet. So it takes like around $100 for an ad to optimize themselves, or 3-4 days to optimize themselves, maybe 7. It always matters, because you will see in Facebook ads that the first 1 or 2 days it will shoot up and then down, and then will optimize itself, actually. But I don't recommend using running Facebook ads for a long time, because they will not perform as good. So just always manage them 3 or 4 days. Like, yeah. So, and Google Ads, you have to use relevant keywords, competitive but not too much competitive keywords with a high search volume. Yeah, I know this is the hardest keywords to find, but you have the keyword searching too. And then yeah, you have to write a good copy and a good advertisement, a good CTR, and the way you can see if it's a Google ad is good or not is the CTR. But if your CTR is bad, Google will shut you down, actually. So keep in mind. Yeah, basically that's the blueprint, and that's how you can plan ahead. Or actually, I said you some blueprints. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment if you have any questions. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.